Hello, welcome back to Operation Iron Fist. This is KMT USA Turn 8. Yep. Um, One bit of housekeeping. Um, when I forgot to roll for income increase, nobody ended up giving me my extra money, so we were at 29. After the income increase, I had saved 2 from last turn, and then Japan raided my line for 1 IPP, so the US should be at 30. And onto the KMT now. So KMT has 3. They're going to buy an infantry. We've got 1 combat move. Actually, 2 combat moves. We're sending 1 infantry and 1 cavalry into Guangtung along with the fighter. And then the mountain infantry, 2 infantry, artillery, and 4 cavalry are going into Kweichow. Along with the 1 AA gun. We're actually going to leave 2 cavalry behind, so let's see. Yep. No. We're gonna, let's see. Yeah, okay, so 1 mountain, 2 infantry, 1 artillery, and 1 AA gun are marching into Kweichow to capture it for free. And then we have a battle in Guangdong. Let me dice around here, there's 1. Okay, so we've got an infantry and a cavalry. Infantry's at 1, cavalry's at 2, and at 10 or more they retreat. So neither hit. Then we have the fighter at 6. That is a hit, and they've got a militia at 2, which is a miss. So we capture the territory with no casualties. Fighter lands back in Yunnan. And we'll place our infantry in Yunnan. So with that, the KMT goes up to 3 now, plus 2 for Yunnan, or no, Burma Road is closed now, because the Japanese captured Burma, so we're not getting a bonus for that anymore, but we still collect 3. So KMT ends with 3, and onto the US. I did my techs on Discord. We succeeded with improved construction at a 7, and amphibious doctrine at a 11. We succeeded with jets at a 10. Failed long-range aircraft, failed large ship construction, failed heavy strategic bombers, and succeeded with a 10 in strategic rockets. Yep. So the US now has complete improved construction and strategic rockets. This is the first turn the US is at war, so all of our infantry is at -1. So it says 39 here, but we bought 9 infantry class, so this is all the way down to 30. And then another fighter on top of that, going to the UK. No real combat moves, but we are doing some escorting, which counts as combat. A destroyer from 825 is going 1, 2, 3, and escorting an A20. Another destroyer from A25 is going 1, 2, 3, and escorting an A28. And a destroyer in A25 is going 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, no. So a destroyer is going to A20. This destroyer is going to A35. There's no destroyer in A28 escorting. And that is all the US combat moves. So, on to non-combat. This transport is going to pick up an infantry and artillery, and along with the destroyer, it's going to strategic naval move. 1, 2, 3, 4. It will go in port in Gibraltar and join the 4th Fleet. And the infantry and artillery are dropped off in Gibraltar. The destroyer also goes to A44, and it's going to not go in port but join the 1st Fleet. The transport in A30 is going to pick up a light tank and infantry from Washington and go 1, 2. Drop them in Nova Scotia and go in port. The battleship is also going to join the transport in port in Nova Scotia. The 2 coastal submarines in A30 are going 1 to A32. The fleet carrier, heavy cruiser, light cruiser, and destroyer in A30 are going 1, 2, 3, 4 to join the 1st Fleet in A44. The battleship in A30 is going 1, 2, 3 to P76. The light cruiser and destroyer in A36 are going 1, 2, 3, 4 up to P25. The tactical bomber and fighter in New York are going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and landing on the fleet carrier. Transport in A36 is going 1, 2, 3 up to New York and going in port. Militia from the Northeast is going to, actually they'll stay there, but the militia from the Great Lakes is going to go to Washington, D.C. And that is all for the Atlantic side. 2 coastal subs in P25 are going down 1 to P30. The fleet carrier, heavy cruiser, destroyer, and transport in P25 are first going to pick up 2 infantry from San Francisco and then go down to Hawaii. Drop the 2 infantry off there. And the tactical bomber is going to land on the carrier. Transport in P29 is going to go 1 and 2 up to San Francisco into P25. So they're not going into port. The medium bomber in the Pacific Northwest is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to New York. 1, 2, 3. Actually, it'll go to Nova Scotia. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be all for the US. These guys are stuck in port, can't do much. The entire Japanese fleet is just outside their doorstep. Yep, so that'll be all for the US. Placement. We are putting a Marine and infantry in San Francisco. The French infantry is going to leave Texas, going 1, 2, 3 to Guyana, then 1, 2, 3 to Sierra Leone, then 1, 2 to Cameroon. The British fighter is going to leave New York, going 1, 2 to Nova Scotia, major port, 1, 2, 3 to southern England. We'll have a Marine and infantry go to New York, as well as one airborne. Alright, so we'll have 3 infantry, a Marine, and an airborne go to New York, and 1 airborne go to New England. Scratch that last one. The last airborne is going to go to London, because we can put it there for triumph of capitalism. Alright, and that is all for the US. We spent everything, so we'll collect 63 plus 12, 75. And up next will be Germany with turn 9.